Hey, it's Tim Terrio again, back with the Fresno Edge. We're talking about TERRIO EDGE and what we're trying to accomplish with athletes. Today I'm very happy to have with me Kim Terrapelli, who's a registered dietitian. She's also the only certified sports dietitian in Central California, between what, Modesto and Bakersfield. So we've got Kim on our staff at TERRIO to help our athletes. And I think there's a couple things with athletes, right? Athletes love their protein and can't get enough protein. Steaks, chops, chicken, beef. Because we have a belief that muscle's built by protein, right? So obviously you'd want all this protein, and the more protein you get, the more muscle you're going to build, right?
Right. Sadly, that's not true.
Well, it seemed like a good idea.
It would be so easy. Yeah.
So what is the truth? How much protein, do athletes need more protein than regular people?
Yeah, so based on, just versus a regular non-athlete, yes, athletes do need more protein because we are maintaining typically a higher amount of protein in terms of muscle tissue.
Okay.
But that being said, there is where you get that limit where too much is too much.
Right.
It's not, too much of a good thing is too much.
Because not only do we like to do this, but then we love our protein shakes,
Protein shakes, yes, everywhere. In fact, research shows that for people that consumed 1.4 gram per kilogram per body weight versus 2.0,
okay,
there was no more muscle gains for the group that ate the 2.0. And in fact, they started storing more body fat. Because just like the other nutrients, if you take in more of a nutrient than you need, like carbohydrates or protein or fat, your body will store what it doesn't need ultimately as a triglyceride in our adipose tissue. So it is important.
Which is fat.
Yeah, which is fat. Which is important. So we definitely do need protein, but we want to stay within a recommended range because what a lot of times athletes do is they eat more protein at the expense of carbohydrates because we think more protein, more protein. The unfortunate thing about that is your muscles primarily work off of carbohydrates. And so therefore, you want to eat some carbs, obviously, and then the protein that you are consuming can be spared for protein resynthesis and muscle recovery.
Right. So that's another thing I think that's important with athletes, especially, we look at our high school athletes and our college athletes, and you guys know who you are, right? Skipping breakfast, and then you got to go to practice, and then you got to fit your workout in. How important is planning out your nutrition plan for an athlete during any given day, or does it affect the training cycle?
Yeah, just like you have a training cycle in terms of you're in preseason or you're in season or you're in off season. Your nutrition needs should reflect that also. So you should be on a nutrition plan because as your needs change depending upon your practice intensity or the amounts of days you're lifting and doing practice, then nutrition should reflect that increased intensity or frequency.
Right.
So it is very important that you stay on a schedule, just like you're in the gym working hard, you're lifting, you're going to practice and doing all the things coach asks you to do. It's important then that you also get on a schedule for nutrition. It is absolutely crucial for optimal performance.
Well, how about like eating right before practice or right after practice? I'm one of those people that I don't like to eat a big meal right before because it kind of makes me feel sick afterwards or during it. So is it really important to eat something before?
Yeah, if you can, even just through liquid calories like a Gatorade or something like that to get in some carbohydrates, that will help you. Research shows that even athletes that just rinse their mouth out with a sugar solution, the brain thought, okay, I'm getting carbohydrates, and their time to exhaustion was increased.
Oh, wow.
So even just doing a couple swigs, now I'm not encouraging you to spit it out, please drink it. But if you can't tolerate foods, try to just at least sip on something, that will help.
Okay, and I know this, but let's tell them, nutrition windows, how important. This is a huge thing, and I think if there's one thing that athletes that could do to improve their performance that they don't do, it's eating after workout.
Recovery, biggest missed opportunity. There's a really important window within 30 minutes, max of an hour after the completion of a workout that you want to get in both carbohydrates and protein. Okay, so hear me say both carbohydrates and protein, not just protein. You need to replenish your muscle glycogen, which is what is giving you the exercise or the energy for your exercise. So you have to do that, and then also yes, you can have your protein. Again, something like a typical recommendation is about 50 grams of carbohydrate and 15 to 20 grams of protein, and then that can obviously be more individualized based on your weight.
Okay, so 50 grams of carbohydrate, what would that be?
Okay,
Like,
that would be like a banana and a granola bar.
okay.
And remember that 8 ounces of Gatorade has 15 grams of carbohydrates. So
Okay.
even if you're sipping on that, that can help with some banana. You could do a turkey sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, cheese and crackers.
But gotta get something in.
Absolutely within 30 minutes
30
to 1
minutes.
hour if you can.
And then that helps store more glycogen, right?
Absolutely. Replenish muscle glycogen also helps to start recovery of your muscles.
Right, so the whole point we're working out for is to become better athletes, get better performance. So why would we not put the fuel in the engine that's going to make us get our goal, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Awesome stuff. Hey, one of the things we do have available with Kim on staff is sports nutrition counseling, only one in the Central California, right? And also we have our online meal plans that are available for athletes.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
athletes, you know, especially, let's talk for a second to the female athletes,
Okay.
right? Because, you know, they want to lose weight, right?
Right. Right.
So, is there a problem there?
Yeah, well, and a couple of things that I certainly work with when the athletes come in is if you do have a weight loss goal, we have to talk about what time of year is the most optimal time to be aiming for weight loss. Definitely during season is not usually the best time to be on a restrictive calorie diet because you're not going to be able to perform optimally. So I look at time of year, and then if that is a goal, we can work on manipulating your nutrition to help with that.
Right.
But then, of course, if you're on a real restrictive diet during season, you're also missing out on other nutrients, and that can also cause a problem.
Right. Again, the goal of being athletes is to maximize your potential during the season, right?
Right.
And we're trying to get the championship. I mean, that's the goal of every athlete. So if we're shortcutting our nutrition plan during the season,
Right. You're going to shortcut your performance.
yeah, so by the time championship rolls around, performance is down,
Right.
and all that went for nothing.
And there's a saying out there that says, a failure to plan is a plan to fail. I know that's a saying, I don't know who said it, but it is a quote out there, and it is very true to athletes, because if you're not planning your nutrition, you will not see the benefits of having included that.
Hey, it's actually Ben Franklin. I talked about it yesterday.
There you go.
See how smart I am?
He knows it.
Even smart people agree with me. Talk to you soon.